I don't know what they're feeding compact sport utility vehicles these days, but the Jaguar F-Pace and the Acura RDX are considered compacts, despite being over 4.7 meters in length.
Well, there must be some pretty serious artificial steroids in their chicken feed because, yeah, these things are huge.
Clearly the RDX is the shiny new thing in the compact segment, whereas the Jaguar has been out for a little over 2 years. The question is, how well does the shiny new thing compare against a very established, upscale European crossover?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
That means we have to go driving.
Let's hop in. Well, old dude, where do we find ourselves right now? Because I don't know what I'm looking at.
2018 Jaguar F-Pace 25T with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 247 horsepower, made it to an 8-speed automatic. How's that for a rundown? And though this engine's a little bit sluggish for the F-Pace's weight, which is about 1,760 kilograms.
Yeah, it's not very well matched to the car's mass, but it does get up and go.
The beauty about the F-Pace, unlike the RDX, is that you have engine choices.
In certain spots it does seem to be showing its age.
Yeah.
Mostly inside. I mean, the layout is fairly smart, you know, everything is where you want it to be, but it just feels kind of plain in here.
It is plain. It is logically laid out, and that's a good thing. The controls, a lot of buttons, easy to understand, but there's no feeling of old England in this vehicle. A couple of features it's missing that you're finding in the RDX is ventilated seats.
No adaptive cruise control.
No head-up display.
No heads-up display. Another thing it's missing is a 360-degree camera. All right, well, I think now's probably a good time to hop out and see how the shiny new thing stacks up against the slightly less shiny thing. It's new, it's shiny, it's the 2019 Acura RDX. What do we got under the hood?
272 horsepower, 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder.
That's right, and it's hooked up to a 10-speed automatic.
No, first in the class, a 10-speed.
A lot of speeds.
A lot of speeds, probably too many. I have found, I mean, it shifts nicely for the most part, but
it does.
If you get off and on the throttle quickly, whatever the traffic situation, you can trick it.
Did you get used to this, the buttons for the gears? Why can't they just do a regular normal shifter?
I don't know. You get a really nice interior. It has a little bit of the wood touches and things like that, and it's
not overboard, but
it's got some nice stitching on this console and the seats.
Nice stitching, nice wood, nice speaker grills. You know, the shiny metal certainly does do a lot to break up the dark and dreariness of a black cabin.
Yeah. How do you like this new touchpad?
Personally, I have zero issues with using a trackpad.
I find it fussy. You slide your finger across, it's very touchy. I could make it simpler.
For $54,000, you did get a lot. You get a 360-degree camera, you get adaptive cruise control, you get Apple CarPlay. It's fully loaded.
It is.
One of the other things I didn't really like about the RDX is the backup camera and 360 camera combination. It just didn't seem very clear.
Now, what do we think of the styling?
It actually looks pretty good in person, especially inside.
I like the external looks.
Yeah?
I think it's very stylish.
Well, old dude, I think it's time we hopped out and
wrap it up. So what's the upshot here? What crossover is going to take away the crown today?
Well, the Acura RDX offers more power, better ride, more features, and
less price.
I think it's a clear win for the Acura. Don't you agree?
I think so. The shiny new thing takes it away.
Here we go.
For Driving.ca, I'm Brian Harper.
And I'm Nick Tridgents. Oh, before you go, 2 things. Number 1, subscribe. There's a button right there to subscribe, right over Brian's face. And second of all, tell us what we should compare next and pick some cool stuff.